United States does much better. Hey, we don't need anything that Canada has. We don't need anything that Mexico has, but they need everything that we have. And they have to treat us better.
I think Canadians like the pre-clearance process, who are saying, Pete, the numbers are down. Matter of fact, the numbers are down. We're not sure we can make the numbers work anymore because this is pre-clearance is something that is done at the expense of the U.S. government. We pay for it.
Minutes ago when you said pre-clearance, well, pre-clearance was brought in by Eisenhower and it's worked really well. But Canadians go to the States, maybe not as many as did, a year and a half ago or half a year ago, but we're still going an awful lot. We're your biggest source of tourism. If you end pre-clearance, doesn't that cut off your nose to spite your face?
Nobody said we were ending pre-clearance.
Well,
don't put words in my mouth.
No, and I'm just asking because I heard you say that we have to look at it.
These are all business people.
Yeah.
All right? If you have a business segment that is down 20 to 25%, all right?
And you wonder why.
What's that?
But do you know why?
So a huge congratulations to all of you democratically minded and free-thinking Canadians. Canada has now been boycotting travel to the United States for 15 solid months. And every month that goes by, a few more of us decide not to go to the United States.
The days of our military sending 70 cents of every dollars to the United States are over.
That is like the worst strategy I've ever heard. They suck. Look, we are a $30 trillion economy, right? We are the consumer of the world, okay? Carney has a problem with us. He gets on a plane and he goes to China. Does he think the Chinese economy is gonna buy his stuff? China is entirely an export-driven economy, right? So what did he do? He came back and said, oh, we'll take their electric cars. I mean, is this nuts?
The U.S. ambassador to Canada says trade talks between Canada and the U.S. are nowhere close to reaching a deal.
In reality, they've never gotten back on track the same way that we've had progress with the Mexicans.
In an exclusive with CTV News, Ambassador Pete Hoekstra said the bones of a deal were in place back in October, but according to him, that was derailed by that Ontario anti-tariff ad. We are now 1 week away from the July 1st CUSMA review deadline.
Even when Canada plays nice with the U.S., Trump hits us with something else. So a lot of Canadians who started out wanting to play nice, they've completely changed their tune. And now they support a total boycott on all American products. Canada's stand against Trump's bullying is not just a short-term protest. It's a full-on grassroots revolution, and it's here to stay. It's not a boycott anymore. It's become a way of life.
Trump's Commerce Secretary, as well as frequent character in the Epstein files, Howard Lutnick, went in front of the Senate today and said this about Canada.
It is outrageous that Canada will not put U.S. spirits on the shelf. It is insulting.
Look, the only reason Canada is boycotting U.S. spirits is because Trump randomly placed tariffs on Canada out of nowhere. Also, it's not a secret Trump's been trying to bully Canada into becoming the 51st state. Canada did not start this one. Trump did. Obviously, everyone knows it.
Dear citizens of Canada, most everybody in the United States is with you. If you don't want to buy our products, don't do it. Buy Canadian only. We'll be fine. Trust me, we'll be fine. We don't agree with Supreme Leader Trump. We don't agree with what he's doing. So you boycott us, and I'm with you, okay? Most of us are with you. If, for whatever reason, the U.S. invaded Canada, which won't happen, but if it did, I would side with Canada. I would fight with Canada, okay? I canceled my trip in the United States this summer, my summer vacation to the Jersey Shore, because I live near the Jersey Shore. I canceled my Jersey Shore vacation because I'm taking a vacation to Canada this summer and spending my money in Canada as a U.S. citizen. So please welcome me and my family with open arms. We are with Canada, okay? We are on your side. We will fight with you. And if you need to boycott the U.S. products, you do that. Do that. Show Trump he's wrong.
All right, I got something to say here, Donny boy. You want to put on tariffs on Canada? Go right ahead. As a Canadian, I can tell you right now, it ain't going to hurt me one bit because you know what? I'm going to be doing my shopping more carefully now. I'm only going to be buying Canadian products or anything sourced in Canada. If it's not Canadian, I can live without it. There you go. And I suggest that all my Canadian citizens do the same. Don't buy anything American. Don't even go to the border. Don't even cross the border anymore. He can go fuck himself.
We didn't vote for Trump because we wanted lower prices. We voted for him because we want him to make our country safe. This is the new level of cope that we are seeing from Trump supporters as they are so desperate to defend Donald Trump's actions. Even though Republicans were whining for months over how pricey everything was under the Biden administration, now that Trump is actually making things more expensive, they suddenly switch up real quick to talk about how they really just care about safety and they don't really mind things being more expensive. What happened to all the Republicans complaining about the price of eggs or how inflation was so out of control under Joe Biden's presidency? Y'all are real quiet now. Most embarrassing part for Trump supporters is the fact that Canada is specifically implementing higher prices and tariffs onto Republican states only. I wish I could say I feel bad for you, but honestly, you get what you voted for, and you're about to find out. So in conclusion, not only is Trump not bringing inflation down, but he's actually making things more expensive for you and your families. Good job.
If Canadian provinces were to put back the American alcohol on the shelves, would that, would that lead to a tariff relief from the United States?
No, I mean, we think the alcohol ban is totally unfair. It's a clear indicator of how 11 provinces feel about trade with the United States. They're sending a very, very clear message about how doing business with the United States doesn't appeal to them. The Prime Minister has reinforced that message. Okay, and so it creates some questions about, does Canada really want to do business with the United States? So here you've got folks who are doing everything they can to get the Canadian public to rally against America. Just doesn't make any sense.
Family, MAGA supporters never imagined this moment could come because for years, Canada was often portrayed as America's closest ally, a neighbor that shared similar values, economic ties, and a long history of cooperation. But now, a political shift in Canada has left many Trump supporters asking one major question, family. How did Canada move in a direction they never expected? And the answer begins with changing political winds inside Canada and the rise of Mark Carney, a figure who represents a different version of the country's future. And for many Canadians, this moment is not about choosing sides in American politics. It is about defining what kind of country Canada wants to be. And this is exactly where the tension begins, family. Many MAGA voices have watched Canada closely, especially during periods of disagreement between the two countries, and from trade disputes to debates over national identity. Some Trump supporters believed that Canada would eventually align more closely with their movement, but instead Canada has continued charting its own course. So Mark Carney's leadership represents a message that resonates with many Canadians, and that is stability, economic strength, and even maintaining Canada's independent identity on the world stage. And his background in global finance and central banking has made him a symbol of a more traditional establishment approach, one focused on institutions, international partnerships, and even economic confidence. And for MAGA supporters who hoped Canada could move toward a more Trump-style political direction, this has been a surprising development because they expected political changes in North America to create a wave that would influence Canada. Instead, Canada appears to be reinforcing its own political identity. One of the biggest reasons this has become such a heated conversation is because Canada and the United States are deeply connected, and they share the world's longest international border, one of the largest trading relationships on earth, and millions of people who travel between both countries every year. And when politics changes in one country, the other country often pays attention, but Canada has always had its own political personality. While Americans debate issues through the lens of their two major parties, Canadians often approach politics differently. Many voters prioritize healthcare, they prioritize social programs, climate policy, and maintaining a balance between economic growth and social stability. And This difference has created a fascinating political contrast. On one side, MAGA represents a movement built around putting America first, challenging traditional institutions and reshaping government. And on the other side, family, many Canadians continue to support a political approach that emphasizes cooperation